morning, she called you deplorable. And you say?
Well, with all due respect to my predecessor, she is one of the main culprits of the greatest cover-up and scandal in American history. She took the podium every day and lied to the press about the incompetence of her boss. And on this book tour, she continues to lie. She said this past week that Joe Biden would still be up for the job if he had, God forbid, been reelected in November. She actually said this week as well on a podcast that Joe Biden did more press engagements than President Trump currently does now. Any person across the aisle can tell you that is a bald-faced lie. And I will just add, when you talk to the real journalists, not the ones who are actually activists that pose as journalists, but the people who actually care about truth, and there are some of those left in the White House press corps, I work with them every day, they will tell you the Trump White House is the most accessible and transparent White House ever. Not only does the president take questions from the press on a near daily basis, multiple times per day, as he did today, but we also provide truthful and accurate information about what this administration is doing and accomplishing. And it's a stark contrast to what they had over the past 4 years, where they were gaslit, where they were told Joe Biden was mentally stable and up for the job. That was a lie. Where they were told the administration was doing everything it could to secure the border. Also a lie. I'm very proud to work for the greatest president in history. I know.
Yes, I don't know who will actually buy this book because she is receiving massive backlash on social media. Yes, politics has officially turned into a rose battle. Karen drops the D word. Caroline Fireberg with a bestseller born at this pace. The next debate might need a comedy moderator and a review. What I see on social media is
You would not know that's all this was if you were just to watch, let's say, The View or Morning Joe. Just take a look at SOT 33B, which happened before her comments there.
Okay. Okay. That is not your building.
Correct.
You don't own that building. That would be like me going over to Trump Tower and saying I'm going to build a disco. You know, they've wanted a disco in Trump Tower for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, come on, man. You
fake
don't
laughter.
own
No,
that
this isn't
building.
funny.
That is the people's building. You don't own it.
Let's sing it.
What? You don't own it. You cannot take it down. You don't own it. Take your behind to another town. Very good.
Oh my God. How is that show still on the air? Like, it's so fake. The people doing fake laughs at that non-funny business, like actually pretending Whoopi is still a comedian who can make us laugh. The bad singing, it's not clever. There's nothing clever about. Maybe KJP will get a job there. It's just so dumb. It's the dumbest programming on television. And the freak out, right? Like you don't own it, right? Okay, did Barack Obama own it when he added a basketball court? Like did whatever. It didn't always have the bowling alley. Like these are additions that presidents wanted for their own enjoyment and for the enjoyment of, future presidents. What, did you freak out then? Like, okay, so the facade of the White House is changing on one part of the building in the back, not the front, iconic front, to add something that we can all use at zero cost to all of us. That he can just do no right. That's the bottom line. No matter what he does, it's wrong.
Honestly speaking, I thought by now this lady would stop lying. She lied throughout the Biden period till date, going on podcasts to promote a book. You are still spewing lies. Then who exactly is actually ready to buy this book?
She won't be stopped, and I have to say, I'm here for it. I'm going to pick the dumbest comment that she's made yet. It's actually a lie. I can't find out I can't tell from the soundbite list which one it is. Can you guys roll the one, which is obviously the lie about which White House she's speaking for, which was told on Morning Joe today, because let's keep in mind that the name of her book is Independent. Give it to me again, Steve. Independent. And the Inside a Broken White House. Okay, so that's her title. a look inside a broken White House. Watch this.
Right here in the subhead is a broken White House. And if it's not questions about his health, what made it a broken White House?
So the broken White House is about this current moment.
Okay.
So I talk about the story of my personal side of the story of what happened and what I saw as White House press secretary. I think I can speak to it more in a different way, more personally even than most people.
So tell us what you saw day in and day out.
And so the broken White House is the White House that is currently in, obviously has the administration, the Trump administration, and what I'm seeing.
Do you believe that? She now wants us to believe that when she refers to a broken White House, she's talking about the Trump White House, even though the subtitle of the book is An Inside Look at It. Since when is she inside the Trump White House? This is an obvious lie to try to minimize the blowback she's getting from Team Blue for her inane book in which she says she's leaving the Democrat Party because she's so mad about what they did to poor Joe Biden. So now she's trying to distance herself from her printed criticisms of the Democrat Party.
Yes, private donors are banned. Taxpayers funded banned. It is almost like they don't care what happened. It is banned. There is nothing Trump would do that these people will appreciate. I mean, nothing. If I go back into this list, you will clearly see that these people did something at the White House. Truman, 1948 to 52, got an interior rebuilt with T-frame and modern systems. You know, if you go down right to Obama, you can clearly see they did something at the White House. And Hillary Clinton came out also to criticize Trump for struggling to rebuild this. Then what they forget to actually outline, they continue to lie to their base that Trump is using taxpayers' dollar to do this, which is insane. We all know that Trump is using money from donors, to construct this. Trump is keeping a legacy. Even if he's not there, in years to come, his name will feature here. He did something at the White House. Not because he wants to stay there forever. Some say, oh, Trump is not the president. Trump is not your personal house. Things like that. It's insane.
People are struggling to eat, and this was like a wealthy ballroom paid for by wealthy people for wealthy people to come and dance in a ballroom. And I know this was private funds, but I can't help but imagine how far $250 million could go for families who can't put food on the table.
Right? It's that part. That's what struck me. It's a $250 million project. It's going to be tacky and gaudy. You know that.
And people are losing their health care.
And they're losing their health care.
To give tax breaks to multimillionaires.
And to billionaires who probably are some of the private donors for this tacky, gaudy, nasty ballroom. And the thing that you said, Whoopi, was the first thing that came to mind.
If they can go back to criticize the previous president for what they did at the White House, then I will listen to them. You can't even tell an adult how to spend his money. So them ranting like this is insane. I understand they will always do this. I just appreciate them for the fact that they acknowledge where this money is coming from. That's the other thing that I'm impressed. It's crazy, right? The view is fun of this. So Trump should take money from donors and share to American citizens. He has done that in the past, not taking salaries. Now the government is shut down, struggling to pay off the military. Is still his effort, though not his personal money. These people need to understand that what Trump is doing, he will not carry it away. Previous presidents will use that. How many years? Few. Very soon Trump is no more there. Another person will come and enjoy that. So they should appreciate him for this effort than to spew this every single time. I want to appreciate people for supporting and sharing all my videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips, that is for the YT algorithm.
Princeton. And there were people.
Almost exactly what
We'd have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us.
it's like history.
When I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, he even gets an off.
If the Democrats
because how many times do somebody asks?
4.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American
give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama.
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC. I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech.
A right to have a television show.
All the same people that are in these polite...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.
But again, this gets to the Democrat.